You know, with your incident, with the accident, the explosion, you got ejected, right?
Yeah.
And that's just by the seating. Do you feel that?
I do. Just before we were leaving the FOB, the forward operating base, where we stage our operations, on the night that my incident happened, actually, we were a combat team going out on a mission to seize territory. And I was commanding the vanguard. And my signaler was there. He takes care of all the communications, all the radios and all that stuff. So he gives me the thumbs up, sir, we're good to go. And he goes in. And usually he was sitting up, checking the stuff. I was on the comms inside. But we decided to switch seats for whatever reason, so I could be outside and watch stuff. And that's when the bomb hit. And would it have been a different seating at that time? It would be somebody else talking to you right now.
That's something to carry, isn't it?
I do. Every time I make a choice of my life, I have to think that, you know, I have to deserve what they gave me. I can't cut short. I can't cut corners. I got to make sure that whatever I do is in honor of them, and whatever sacrifice they made, I got to make up for it.
I don't want to ask you a loaded question. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I know that something that pops into people's head is this idea of survivor guilt. You know, and that's a legitimate thing for some people. Do you identify with that?
I did have some, obviously. You ask yourself, you know, why you? Why not them? And I lost not only guys on that day, but a guy prior to that as well. And you always ask yourself, did I make the right decision? Should I have gone left, but I went right? But I stopped that right away, because then you start second-guessing everything you do, and everything starts to be really hard. And you need to make quick decisions over there. They're going to cost lives sometimes, but that's what military operation is about.
Tell me about the interpreter. Yeah. The interpreter doesn't get named, obviously, for security reasons, to protect the family, but tell me about the interpreter.
The interpreter was an Afghan hired by us to, obviously, we don't speak Pashto. So we were conversing with him in English, and he was conversing with the Afghans in Pashto. So they get hired by us, and we include them in our patrols like that, but we don't get much interaction. And it was pretty hard because we're the Royal 22nd Regiment, Royal 22e, we're French. That's how we do, and we were discussing in French and then trying to work with them in English. That made kind of a trilingual a dilemma there. But then the interpreters actually are the ones that made the first step to try to get to us. I started hearing them swearing in Quebecers, and it was very funny. And I still, to this day, I hear there's Afghans in Kandahar that still swears like Quebecers.
Really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just
they keep that going.
Like that?
Oh, yeah, it's funny. Oh, yeah, they picked it up really quickly, and they saw that we were really keying to that. So they made the first step.
Right.
So obviously, after that, we had to learn how to, you know, speak a few words of Pashto, definitely.
Did they teach you how to swear in Pashto?
Yes,
yeah.
But it'd been a while, so probably shouldn't say that.
No, you probably should know, someone's watching. Yeah. Did you get to know the person?
Not too much. Yeah. That's one of the things I regret. I didn't get to know them all and know them personally. It's tough because it's somebody, you know, was under your command for that amount of time or working for you. And he died, unfortunately, during that night, and I didn't get to know him very well. He was replacing another interpreter that we usually had. He was last minute in, and I just waved at him in the truck, and that was that. It's quite tough because it's these very fast moments of your life, very violent moment of your life, and they change your life forever in a matter of a second. It makes you age very fast.